Hey there, there's not going to be a video this weekend, but there is going to be a video next weekend because I'm going to be gone to the Edmonton Open for the entirety of the 12th to the 16th. But there was a post on my Blue Sky that has been racking my brain for a little bit now. The user who commented said that they don't like that GW tends to hyper-focus on one faction. Now, in a vacuum, that commenter is correct because they do tend to hyper-focus on the poster boys, which are the Space Marines, of course. And to many players, that's how it can come off as. Hell, it took over 2 decades for the Eldar to actually get plastic models for some of their more important units. However, there is nuance to this conversation, and I'd like to, help a little bit. When Games Workshop is releasing an army, they want to give all the focus to that army. The most recent example is Emperor's Children, of course. When they were announced and when they were released, they were the sole focus for the weeks of release that they came out in. Because, as a corporation, they're wanting to push the new model line. When the Eldar got their 10th edition release, they heavily focused on the new Aspect Shrine models. Because again, they're trying to, push those models and tell the players and the fans of that faction, hey, new stuff. Now, recently, we did get a huge explosion for the Forces of Chaos with Emperor's Children, World Eaters, Death Guard, and Thousand Sons being released together back to back to back. So yeah, they are trying to show off more than one faction at a time, but the problem becomes this. When you dedicate time to a single faction, you actually get the time to build up that faction and, improve upon them. The main complaint about Emperor's Children when they came out is that their book feels rushed and they have a lack of units that all the other legions get access to. And that their armory ability feels really, really powerful, but then somewhere along the line, someone capped it in the knees to make sure that we didn't have a 9th edition Leagues of Votann problem. All because we have to get the Season of Chaos done and over with. Which now we're seeing the cracks with World Eaters vehicles getting rapid fire on everything, Death Guard now being probably the #1 army in the entire game, and Thousand Sons having untapped potential, as we will probably see this weekend. There is positives and negatives to doing both things. I personally stand on the side where I want these releases to get the dedicated time that they deserve. Because Warhammer isn't Magic the Gathering. They don't need to do bi-monthly releases. But let me know what you think in the comments over there. And if you want to know more about Warhammer, I have a Need to Know series that's coming out that tells you the lore of Warhammer. Go check them out.